Hey TBC Kindle, I'm Brother Tyler, and we're here again today with another Kindle Daily Devotional. I hope you guys have had a great day so far, and I apologize for this coming out a little later than I would have liked to and what it normally comes out as. I had a pretty crazy morning and early afternoon as well, so I do apologize for this coming out, but let's, without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right in today. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about keeping your trust in God and not trying to do what He wants to do out of your own thoughts and ideas and strength. So I'm going to read from Genesis chapter 16, verses 1 and 2. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, bare him no children, and she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. And Sarai said unto Abram, Behold now, the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my maid. It may be that I may obtain children by her. And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarai. So, we know exactly where Abram's thought process is right now. He just heard from God a powerful word saying, Abram, you are going to have kids. You are going to be able to have a son who's going to carry your legacy of covenant through to generations to come. And, you know, God showed up in a mighty way and spoke to Abram and gave him all these promises about how his legacy, his lineage is going to be as numerous as the stars and as the sand. And it's like, okay, he knows this. God just told him this. But what happens? Sarai comes and talks to him and convinces him to put his trust in her plan. Now that was the wrong move. That was a mistake. Instead of trying to do the will of God out of trust and faith and reliance upon the Lord and upon His promise, instead they tried to accomplish the will of God throughout their own plans and thoughts. Like, okay, so God says this is going to happen. Okay, let's try to make it happen by doing this. Let's try to do this ourselves. And that's what I want to talk to you guys a little bit about today. You know, I don't know exactly what God talks to you guys about. I don't know what kind of plans He's got for you. If you've got some ideas of how the Lord wants to use you because of what He's spoken to you through His Word or ministry, or you know, through Brother Matt, Sister Amy, you know, all those things. I don't know what God's got in store for all of you, but I just want to encourage you to trust in God and keep your faith in Him. Don't try to fulfill the will of God for your life in your own mind, in your own talent, in your own ability, because what ends up happening is Abram has a kid with Sarai's handmaid, and that child, although God makes Ishmael a great nation, it's a nation of wicked people. When after Abram and Sarai's names get changed to Abraham and Sarah, they do have a son named Isaac, and he's the one that God establishes His covenant with, but Ishmael is seen mocking them. So the problem is that if we try to fulfill the will of God out of our own might and power, out of our own plans and ideas and thoughts, it's going to end up biting us one day. You know, it's not going to turn out for our good if we constantly try to do things in our own might and power. So I encourage you and I challenge you, keep your trust in God. Don't try to do the will of God out of your own might. Well, what does that look like, Brother Tyler? Well, if God tells you something, talk to Him about how it needs to get done. Don't just say, oh, okay, here's how God's going to do it. No, you need to keep praying, and you need to keep seeking the face of God and getting your nose in the book to keep your trust in Him and to believe His word. You need to fill your mind with it. So I just want to challenge you and encourage you today with those things. I know it was a little pointed today, but keep your faith and trust in God. And thank you guys so much for watching and bearing with me for this coming out so late. But I do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching all these videos and everything. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. Thanks for watching today. I will see you guys tomorrow. God bless.